M-21 Martin. This is a great little guitar. It's got a real large bout, 16-inch bout, but it's narrow in the body, and it's only 4 inches, so it makes it easy for me to play it. And I get that jumbo kind of sound out of it. This guitar just growls. It's beautiful. So anyways, I wanted to talk to you today real quickly about open chords. It really doesn't matter where you are, I think, in terms of your level of skill. If you put yourself into an open chord and explore around, you can find all kinds of sounds that are just plain fun to play. And that's what I want to encourage you to do today, is to put your guitar into an open chord like C, which I have it here right now, and simply play around with notes. And I'll show you a couple little chords that you can throw in there, but there is so much to it, and certainly in the 10 minutes that I try to put this video together, I can't teach it all in that. We'd have to break it down into bite sizes, but let me try to give you enough that you could have some fun with it, okay? Now, what is the open chords tuning? Well, it's an alternate tuning. It's, in this case, it's C. So we're usually in E, A, D, G, B, E, right? Well, we're not going to be in that tuning. We're going to tune entirely different. So I would encourage you again to get a tuner. Buy a tuner, put it on your phone or your laptop. Tuna is a real good one. They call it Tuna. There's another one that I use. I don't remember the name of it. I'll put it in the description. But there's so many different ones. Fender puts one out. And it has, the alternate tunings in there. You just have to look around. Some of them are free, try some, get the freebies and put them down on there. You have to put up with some ads, but stick them on your phone and look to see if they have some of these alternate tunings in them. Now, I'm going to show you real quickly how to put yours into the C tuning. First of all, you need to know what makes up the chord C, because that's what we're going to create. We're creating the chord C out of these 6 strings. Well, to have a chord, you have to have 3. You have to only have 3 notes. So we have 6. That means we're going to be duplicating some of the notes, okay? So what makes up a C chord? Well, the 1, the 3, and the 5. We talked about this before if you look back in my videos, but if you count on your fingers, you put the C here as the root note as a number 1, and you count 1, 2, 3. The 3 would be C, D, E. So there's 1, E. You got C and E, and then F is 4, G is the 5. So C, E, and G are the notes that make up a chord of C, the C chord, okay? So in this case here, that's what we're going to be putting. Each of these strings is either going to be a C, a G, or an E. That's exactly it. And then some of them are going to be duplicated. We're going to start with a C chord. You're going to take your low E and bring it way down to C. Don't bring it up. You'll break your string. Bring it way, way down to here. And this guitar handles it. It's a Martin. It's set up really nicely, and so I get very little string buzz unless I get really aggressive, and it's not doing it now. It might do it as we play. So, but basically, there it is. I did it. I picked up on the string. I got it to do it. So you'll get this. So be gentle when you play, particularly that note, because you will get some buzz if you don't. You can, in this case here, if you're not comfortable with plucking with your fingers, you can use a pick. Okay, so that's the open C. Now the first thing I want to say is explore. Put your guitar into that tuning, and to do so, you're going to start with C. That's the first note. You bring it down to C. Then the next string's gonna be G. And guess what? We're gonna go back to C. We're duplicating. And guess what? We're gonna go back to G. We're duplicating. So far we have C, G, C, G, C. So it just goes C, G, C, G, C. That's easy to remember. And then the last note, it never changes. The same as your standing tuning is E. There's 2 strings that you don't have to adjust. That would be this first string and the third string, which is a G. They just leave those alone. Okay, so the first and third, leave them alone. but the rest of them have to be tuned. So you're going from in this case here, you're going to go from E to the C, and your A is going to go down to a G, right? And then you go back to C. Okay, you're going down to C, and then you're going to stay. Now, the one that's really kind of tricky is the second string, because that in standard tuning is B, and you're going to bring it up. That's the only one you're going to bring up. Do it gently so you don't break your string. It'll handle it, but it's going to go up to C. Okay, it's going to go up a whole step. Move to it slowly. Get yourself a tuner and be listening to it as you're going up. Okay, to make sure. And then the other thing you can do is if you already have these tuned to C, right? These lower two ones, that every other string, you can use that to make sure you're right. Okay. All right. Because you're going to have 3 C's, and you're going to have 2 G's, and you're going to have 1 E. E's all by itself. Okay. Okay. All right. So that's, now that we've got it in tune, and again, get yourself a tuner. Go online, check out Tuna. That's one. Fender has a good one. There's a bunch of them out there, and some are free. You just have to put up with ads. But get yourself a good tuner that online that gives you the alternate tunings so that you can tune your guitar with accuracy. Okay, so now we have it in C. Now, so where do we go from there? Time to explore. And basically what I suggest you do is just play one note. And you can play with a pick. But only play focus on like 3 or 4 strings at a time when you do that. I mean, you could do them. Almost was in the wrong spot. See how if you play them all, it kind of loses something. So try to focus. That's true for when you're playing a 12 string too. Try to focus on just a few strings. I happen to like playing the finger style, so that's one thing you can do, is just go around the fingerboard. That's pretty. Show you that next, what I just did. I played a chord in there. Well, if you can play an open, this is a C, that means if you place a bar any place on this fingerboard, you're going to be playing a chord, okay? Because you already have C. If you go to the 2nd fret, you're going to play, that's a G, that's a D. Okay, and if you go up 2 more, that's an F. If you go up 2 more, that's a G. Oh, C, F, G. That's the 1, 4, 5, right? We have a lot of music written in C, F, G. So let's you can use your pick. That's just barring. So, okay, and play around with that. But just keep in mind, you can, C, F, and G is right there, and you can play all kinds of songs with that. So, if you're sitting around the campfire and you need to be able to play some of those old cowboy songs, you probably get away with just doing the C, F, and G with most of those songs. Okay. All right. So that's one way to do it. So one way to do it is notes. Second way is just bar chord. And then there's knowing different chords. So go online, put in your search engine, open C tuning guitar chords, and there's all kinds of chord charts that'll pop up. I certainly, I'm already taken 10 minutes, so I can't get into that right now. But I do want to say that those chord charts will lead you into all kinds of things. So we know, for instance, if this is the F chord, if you're having trouble barring it, all you have to do is put your pointer finger on the 6th string, 5th fret, put your middle finger on the 4th string, 5th fret, ring finger 3rd string, 5th fret, and pinky finger 2nd string, 5th fret, and just play those 4 strings. And that will give you might be easier than barring it. But you can only play the 4 strings, okay? So you got your F there, there's the G, okay, so that's one chord. Okay, the next thing, understand that if that F and G can be found in other places. For instance, if I come down here to the 12th fret, I take my middle finger and put it on the 2nd string, 12th fret, and my ring finger, 1st string, 12th fret, and play just those bottom 3 notes. I have a C chord right there. Here it's just up high, octave higher. And if I take that and I move down so that my ring finger is on the 10th fret, 1st string, not my ring finger, my pointer finger, and my middle finger is on the 2nd string, 11th fret. So now we've gone from C, okay, down to the G, down to the F. If you back up, just go back down 2 more frets. So it goes C, C, F, and G in other places. Okay. There's another place where that all works too. It's up higher here. There's a C. There's a G. Or excuse me, that's the F, and there's the G. F. First and 2nd string, I'm going to be we'll start with the 1st string. First string, 1st fret, put your pointer finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, put your middle finger, and play those 3 strings. You got the F. Move up 2 frets, and you got the G. And then leave it open, you got the C. You can find the C, F, and G on your fingerboard in the open chord of C. Okay, we're going to end right there. I ran way out of time, and I hope that you pulled something out, gleaned something. I know it gets a little confusing sometimes, but if you can just glean one thing, I'll be happy. All right? If that's just that you could sit and play one note at a time. Have fun with it. Or maybe you just can borrow it. Or maybe you'll get a little more sophisticated and play some chords. hope you have a great day out there, wherever you are in this world.